Hello dear students, today we are going to discuss about anatomy and physiology of biliary tract. So this biliary tract is also known as biliary system or biliary tree. Okay, what is this biliary system consisting of? The biliary system consists of the organs and ducts that are involved in the production and transportation of bile. Okay, the glands and ducts here included in this biliary system are bile duct, cystic duct and gallbladder. Okay, so to know this biliary system, we must know about this cystic duct, bile duct and gallbladder. Okay, so once again, the biliary system consists of the organs and ducts that are involved in the production and transportation of bile. The transportation of bile follows the sequence. Okay, so in the sequence, first point, when the liver cells secrete bile, so the bile is secreted by liver cells. Okay, when the liver cells secrete bile, the bile is collected by a system of ducts that flow from the liver through the right and left hepatic ducts. Okay, that is the first point. So liver secreted bile, this bile collected in right and left hepatic ducts. Okay, in the liver. Okay, second point, these ducts ultimately drain into the common hepatic duct. Okay, the left and right hepatic ducts unitedly form common hepatic duct. So the bile from right and left hepatic duct flows through this common hepatic duct. Okay, and third sequence, the common hepatic duct then joins with the cystic duct from the gallbladder to form the common bile duct. This runs from the liver to the duodenum. Okay, the common hepatic duct joins with the cystic duct which is coming out from the gallbladder and form common bile duct. Okay. However, not all bile runs directly into the duodenum. Okay, but about 50% of the bile produced by the liver is first stored in the gallbladder. What is this gallbladder? This gallbladder is a pear-shaped organ located directly below the liver. Okay, okay. Common hepatic duct is formed by right and left hepatic ducts. Okay, and then common bile duct. After this common hepatic duct become as common bile duct when it is united with the cystic duct from the gallbladder. Okay. Next, functions of the biliary tract or biliary system. The biliary system's main function includes the following. It is concerned to drain waste products from the liver into the duodenum, and it is helped in digestion with the controlled release of bile. Okay, two functions. One is drain waste products from the liver, and second one helps in digestion by release of bile. Okay. So I told you the biliary system is consisting of ducts and organ, is it not? The ducts are two, that is one cystic duct and second one is bile duct. Okay, so let us first will discuss about this cystic duct. So this cystic duct is about 3 to 4 centimeters long, emerging from the gallbladder, join the common hepatic duct to form the common bile duct. Okay, and the inner mucous lining of the cystic duct present a spiral fold which acts like a valve. This valve is called spiral valve of Heister. OSS అని వచ్చింది కదా, అది తప్పు. OF of Heister. Okay, spiral valve of Heister. Okay, that's all about this cystic duct. Okay, you see the beautiful image. then you came to understand about this cystic duct. See, this cystic duct is, see this image, cystic duct 3 to 4 centimeters. It is emerging from gallbladder, okay, or it is coming out from gallbladder, and it is uniting with the common bile duct and became, it is uniting, sorry, the cystic duct uniting with the common hepatic duct, and then it is become as common bile duct. Okay, cystic duct and common hepatic duct unitely form common bile duct. Okay, that you have to keep in your mind. Okay, that's all about cystic duct. Let us see the bile duct. Second duct, that is bile ducts. The right and left hepatic ducts join to form the common hepatic duct just outside the portal fissure. Okay, so right and left hepatic ducts jointly form common hepatic duct. And next, the hepatic duct passes, this hepatic duct passes downwards for about 3 centimeters, and where it is joined at an acute angle by the cystic duct from the gallbladder. Okay, the cystic and hepatic duct forming the common bile duct which passes downward behind the head of the pancreas. Okay, this is joined by the main pancreatic duct at the hepatopancreatic ampulla and the opening into the duodenum, and is controlled by hepatopancreatic sphincter. Okay, the common bile duct is about 7.5 centimeters long and has a diameter of about 6 millimeter. Okay, so here you have to know right and hepatic form common hepatic duct, and common hepatic duct with the union of cystic duct forms common bile duct. Okay, this common bile duct become as hepatopancreatic duct by uniting with the pancreatic duct. Okay, this open into the duodenum and it is controlled by hepatopancreatic sphincter. Okay, that's all about bile ducts. And see the beautiful image which gives you the good idea about this bile duct. Okay, see, this is right and left hepatic artery unites and form common hepatic duct. This common hepatic duct by the union of this cystic duct from the gallbladder forms common bile duct. This pink one, common bile duct. Okay, this common bile duct passes downwards and at the duodenum it uniting with the pancreatic duct from the pancreas and unite and form hepatopancreatic duct or hepatopancreatic ampulla of water, and it is opening into the duodenum. Okay, and it is guarded by a sphincter known as ampulla of water or sphincter of Oddi. Okay, next structure, the wall of the bile ducts have the same layers of structure of the alimentary canal. Okay, in the cystic duct, the mucous membrane lining is arranged in irregular circular folds. Okay, mucous membrane, inner mucous membrane is there? No. This inner mucous membrane of the duct, common bile duct, is arranged in irregular circular folds. Okay, these irregular circular folds have effect of spiral valve. Okay, the bile passes through the cystic duct twice. That means 2 times. The bile passes through this cystic duct 2 times. Once on its way into the gallbladder, and again when it is expelled from the gallbladder into the common bile duct and then on to the duodenum. Okay, so see this, then you came to know. See, bile is secreting in the direction from the right and hepatic ducts from the liver and passes down and form hepatic duct and passes to the hepatic duct and At an angle, it enters into the cystic duct of gallbladder and it enters into the cystic duct. There it is stored, and whenever necessary, it is released from the gallbladder into the cystic duct second time, and it reaches to the reaches down and it enter into the hepatopancreatic ampulla, and then it is entered into duodenum. Likewise, the bile is secreting from liver, gallbladder and to the duodenum. Okay, clear? And next is the biliary system organ, that is gallbladder. Okay, so let us see about this anatomy and physiology of gallbladder. The gallbladder is a pear-shaped sac. Okay, how the gallbladder is? The gallbladder is pear-shaped sac. Where it is? It is attached to the posterior surface of the liver. Where it is? It is attached to the posterior surface of the liver with what? With connective tissue. Okay, and it has three important structures. Okay, that is fundus or expanded end, and then a body or main part in the middle, and then neck, which is continuous with the cystic duct. Okay, you go through this picture of gallbladder. See the expanded portion, that is fundus in pink color, and after this fundus, body is there. This body is main part, and then after this body, neck is there. This neck is continued with the cystic duct. Okay, understand? Let us see the structure of gallbladder. The gallbladder has same layers of tissue as mentioned in the basic structure of alimentary canal, but with some modifications we can see. Okay, with some modifications we can see in this structure of the gallbladder. That is, the layers are peritoneum, muscle layer and mucous membrane only. And this peritoneum, if we see, the peritoneum covers only the inferior surface, and the gallbladder is in contact with the posterior surface of the right lobe of the liver and is held in place by the visceral peritoneum of the liver. Okay, so here you can understand, with the help of this visceral peritoneum of the liver, okay, the gallbladder is in contact with the posterior surface of the right lobe of the liver. Okay, and then muscle layer. This muscle layer, there is an additional layer of oblique muscle fibers. Okay, oblique muscle fiber you can see in muscle layer. And mucous membrane. This mucous membrane displays small rugae. Okay, where is this rugae? You can see this rugae in the stomach, is it not? So those rugae present in the gallbladder also, but those are small. Okay, small rugae you can see. These rugae, when the gallbladder is empty, the rugae will be present. If the gallbladder is distended with bile, the rugae will be disappear. Okay, that's all about the structure or histology. And next we will see the beautiful diagram of this gallbladder. So in this diagram you can see the body, fundus and neck of the bladder. See, this is body and fundus and neck of the gallbladder, and see this mucosa with folds, that is rugae. Okay, you can see a rugae, mucosa with fold. Okay, right hepatic duct is there, left hepatic duct. This right and left hepatic ducts forms common hepatic duct, and this common hepatic duct passes downwards, and by union with this cystic duct from the gallbladder, this cystic duct and common hepatic duct forms common bile duct, and this common bile duct runs downward and united with the pancreatic duct and enter into duodenum. Okay, clear all of you? Okay, very good. Let us see the blood supply of this gallbladder. The cystic artery. The cystic artery is a branch of the hepatic artery, supplies blood to the gallbladder. Okay, and then cystic vein drained away the impure blood or venous blood, and this cystic vein joins with the portal vein. Okay, see the picture indicating or picture showing the blood supply, that is cystic artery. See, the cystic artery is the branch of hepatic artery, and this entering into the gallbladder and giving its supply to the blood supply to the gallbladder. This is cystic artery. Okay. Next, the functions of the gallbladder we'll see. So in this first and foremost function, it acts like a reservoir of bile. Okay, the bile which is secreted from the liver is stored in the gallbladder. Because of that, we will call it as reservoir of bile. And next, concentration of the bile by 10 to 15 fold by absorption of water through the walls of the gallbladder. Okay, whenever the bile is present in the gallbladder, the walls of the gallbladder absorbs the water which is present in the bile and make it concentrate. Okay, and next, third function, a release of stored bile. It reserves the bile, and at the same time, whenever necessary, it releases the stored bile also. When the muscle wall of the gallbladder contracts, bile passes through the bile ducts to the duodenum. Contractions is stimulated by muscle wall contraction. This is stimulated by, do you have idea? Previously we discussed, no? Yes, very good. The contraction stimulated by the hormone cholecystokinin, that is CCK, secreted by the duodenum. Okay, in the presence of fat and acid chyme in the duodenum also contracts, stimulated the gallbladder. Okay, and next, last one, the relaxation of the hepatopancreatic sphincter is caused by CCK and is a reflex response to contraction of the gallbladder. That means whenever the hepatopancreatic sphincter is relaxed by CCK, then it will give response to contract the gallbladder. Okay, all these are all the functions of gallbladder. Once again, I will explain. It is a reservoir of bile, it concentrates the bile and it releases the stored bile, and the muscle wall of the gallbladder contracts and bile passes to the duodenum, passes through the bile duct to the duodenum, and contractions are stimulated by CCK, that is cholecystokinin, that is one of the hormones secreted by the duodenum, and in the presence of fat and acid chyme in the duodenum, and relaxation of hepatopancreatic sphincter by the CCK can contract the gallbladder and release the bile. Okay, all these are all the functions. Okay, that's all about biliary tract. So today in this biliary tract, we came to know what are the biliary tract consisting, that is ducts and organ, and the ducts we came to know are cystic duct and common bile duct or bile duct. Okay, and the organ, that is gallbladder. In the gallbladder, we came to know the structure of the gallbladder, and at the same time we discussed the functions of the gallbladder. Okay, understand, students? Okay, if you have any doubts regarding this topic, you please call me and find out and clarify your doubts. Okay, thank you.